Haha. Hi, you're watching Floyd Steinberg's YouTube channel. Today, let's talk a bit about fixed frequency operators and FM synthesis. If you're a novice to FM synthesis, this perhaps is the best video to start with. I have other videos which explain the basics linked here and in the description of this video. But if you're a bit advanced, you should be able to follow along easily. So let's dive into this topic. Here we go. Okay, using fixed frequency operators on an FM synthesizer. So here's one idea how to use them. Let's begin by initializing a voice, go to the functions page and then press voice in it and answer yes. And then make sure the editor mode is on by pressing this button here. And the first thing, as always, is to choose an algorithm which can actually show off what we're trying to achieve today. So I'm using algorithm number 3 here. We have 2 branches of operators which modulate the carrier here. And one of the branches has 2 modulators in it, and we're going to use the fixed frequency on the second operator so we can introduce LFO-like modulation on the carrier. First, go to the level. At the moment we have a clean sine wave here. Yeah, let's increase the level here. Now you can hear the second operator or modulator is distorting the sine wave of the carrier. That's nothing unusual. But now let's switch to the second operator and change its mode from ratio to fixed frequency. And now listen again. At the moment the frequency is at 1 Hz, so there's 1 modulation per second, and you can hear this modulator is changing the carrier's frequency slightly every second. So if I increase the frequency here, so will this modulation change. And of course you can adjust the strength of the modulation by adjusting the level here. So if you don't like this exaggerated tone, you can always adjust the level here slightly. Let's increase the frequency just a little bit. Like this. And increase the level again. So now we have found an application of using the operator as some kind of LFO on frequency of the carrier. So now we can use the other operators to set up the tone we would like to hear here. And because these 2 operators are still set to ratio, so following along your playing, you won't notice the frequency modulation on the carrier that much. Instead, you'll hear some kind of filter-like LFO modulation on the tone. Okay, let's adjust the frequencies. So now what happens if you apply a pitch envelope on this fixed frequency? I think you know the answer already. There will be a speeding up of our LFO. This is an effect you hear often in contemporary music and which isn't possible on the Reface DX using its 1 LFO. So we're using the pitch envelope to speed up the modulation. We have set the pitch envelope to go up by 4 octaves and hold it for a while and then go down again. Now we need to switch off the pitch envelope so it only affects the second operator, which is a fixed frequency modulator. So you can kind of hear what's going on there. But now let's adjust the envelope speed so the ramp up happens more slowly. Alright, that's quite cool, but now let's also decrease the speed of the ramp down. You can adjust it to your liking. And now we can also use the normal amplitude envelopes of the other operators to achieve some more sound shaping. For example, I can adjust the envelope of operator 3, which changes the overall tone of our sound, so it begins more slowly. And the same for the fourth operator. Finally, let's do this for the first operator too. A little more of attack and a little more of release. Alright, and last but not least, let's add some effects. For example, chorus and a phaser. Or maybe delay. Okay, let's try some deep notes. Haha. Yeah, and that's all I have for you today. If you liked this and found this useful, please consider subscribing to my channel, because this is YouTube, right? And as always, thanks for watching and see you again very, very soon. Bye bye.